And welcome to Fantasy Football G. I'm your host, Kat, and the preseason is very much done now. I think we can make our safe picks. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to look at our top 10 defensive picks, and I'm going to reveal my locked-in defense for Game Week 1. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, guys. I haven't put this in like, who's the best, I just put this, what I did is I decided to go with trying to find at least two options in each price bracket. So 4.0, 4.5, 5, 5.5, and going on all the way till, of course, 7. So that you guys can actually see who I think are the best picks in there. If you have a conundrum or you want to go with two options, of course, within that actual price bracket. So we'll start with 4.0 and we'll work our way up. And this also basically is my top 10. And in some options, actually, I just won because I honestly believe that like there isn't another option. And what I did is I substituted it with another person. For example, if I felt like there's only one 4.0, I went with maybe two 5.0s. So yeah, let's get into it and we will see. So first one's first, Valentine Barco. Now, if you all don't know, that Stupinian has been injured and is being or seen to come back in September. Barco is not just a very good replacement, but he has been playing in preseason with the team as well. I think, sorry, not the team as well. He's been with Argentina. But he's a very good replacement. He's been on set pieces, and yeah, he's seen as a very good replacement there. He's at 4.0. I think they got some very good fixtures. They got starting off there with is Everton. Not the best fixtures going throughout, but I think if you're looking for a good 4.0 who's going to be in the team for a while and a good team as well, I think Barco's the one. He can see his touch map there. He makes it all the way up to the top of the field, hitting in crosses, so you can get that actual assist as well. So I think Barco's a very good option in the 4.0 thingy. So let's take a look at the next defender. I think is Livramento. Livramento, I think, is the best a 4.5 option. Number one, because firstly, Newcastle have some good fixtures there just to begin with. Southampton at home, Bournemouth. They do have Tottenham, but they're at home as well. So I have faith. And then they have Wolves, and then they've got Fulham away as well. So I think, their defense can definitely hand that Nick Pope back. Yes, Botman is out, but I think most importantly, Trippier hasn't been with the team for a while, and Livramento has been starting each and every single preseason match at right back. So I think, with that said, and the final preseason game, him starting there as well, I think it's safe to say that Game Week 1, they will definitely start with Livramento at right back. I don't see any other option. And the beauty of it is, as you can see on his touch map, is he's both on the right and the left as well. So very versatile, and I think he can cover both flanks on that defensive option for Newcastle. Cool. Moving next, surprise for you guys is Jarell Kwanzaa. So Konate hasn't necessarily featured really specifically in the last game. I think it was against Sevilla. I feel like that was Liverpool's starting lineup going for Game Week 1. And Kwanzaa was there right next to Van Dijk. And I feel like he's a better ball-playing defender than Konate is. So he's been playing all the preseason games. I think Slot has had enough time to look at him and make a judgment call. I think he's definitely going to be there, and he can solidify his position right next to Van Dijk. And I think that's really up to him. And I would go for him definitely because he is 4.5, guys. That is the cheapest way to tap into that Liverpool defense. So I felt like I had to include him because in my books, he's nailed. Definitely, I think he's nailed as that second defender next to Van Dijk. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't think there's anything else we can think about really when it comes to that 4.5 way into Liverpool defense. So yeah, that's Kwanzaa. Definitely moving to the 5.0s now. Daniel Munoz. Yeah, man. So this guy is just like been a firecracker on his flank. I think that he's going to be one that's definitely going to increase in price rise once Palace is starting to get on fire. And we'll see that could be from the offset. But I think that, he's not really muchly talked about. He is low owned, so he is a good differential for you guys as well as a lot of the players that I've actually mentioned there. I think Barco's fairly getting highly owned, over 20%. But Munoz is definitely somebody, he gets right into the box, as you can see, and his touch maps there. I think that he's a very good option when it comes to that Crystal Palace defense. He is 0.5 more than Anderson, and I know people are looking for Anderson for more of an aerial threat as well. But I think if you've got that 0.5 extra, Daniel Munoz is definitely worth it. As you can see on the touch map, he goes all the way. And then you look as well as that spider diagram, chances created for a defender, that's fairly high, fairly high. So I would definitely invest with him as well. So that's my option there. Another surprising option coming in at 5.0 is Konstantinos Tsimikas. Yeah, I tried. But yeah, man, this guy's really another way into Liverpool's defense. Robertson did make an appearance in the preseason in this previous game where Liverpool played 2 games in one day, but he didn't make it into that starting lineup. Now, again, guys, I don't know if you've been watching Liverpool preseason, but I think defensively they're going to be a lot more sound. Maybe in the first few games, maybe, but the first few games, like, guys, it's Ipswich. Do you know what I mean? And then they got Brentford at home. I think they're going to be fine. They got some good clean sheets. Tsimikas has been playing on that left flank, and you can see on the touch map as well, he's been taking corners, so on both sides. So fine, Trent is going to be there. So Trent will maybe take on one side and Tsimikas will take on the other side, depending on the situation. But definitely, this guy's still bombing up and down on that left flank, I think he's a good option. I think, I mean, there will be times Trent goes up from what I've seen on the game, but I also feel like there's that opportunity where Tsimikas does also make it up the field as well. So I don't think it's going to be a matter of him staying low down to create a back three there. I think he's definitely going to be going up as well. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of opportunity for him to also get some chances created. And you can see there on the spider diagram, crosses, they're coming in, guys. They're definitely coming in. Yeah, fine. Some of this data is from the previous season, of course, with Klopp and how he uses it. But I do feel like he's going to be used in a lot more similar role with Arne Slot. So I think Tsimikas is definitely another good option if you're looking to go into that Liverpool defense. Right, going into the 5.5, Pedro Porro, I think it's obvious, guys. Look at that touch map. All over that right-hand side, including the box. I don't think there's anything much to be said. I think just to touch on the defensive ability of Tottenham, I just don't know, bro. Like, they played that game against Bayern Munich, and it's Bayern Munich, but you're looking for something to be a lot more solid. And a lot of the goals are coming from mistakes because they're trying to play it out from the back, and it's coming from Vicaro and the midfield. And I'm just like, bro, in the Premier League, you guys are going to get punished, bro. And those are the stupid goals right now that are going in. Apart from that, I think like Mickey van der Ven and Romero have got it locked, and sound, I think their mistakes, their goals, they're going to be conceding from those type of mistakes where they're playing out from the back. So yeah, maybe not as much clean sheets as we'd like, but they got good 2 first fixtures, which is Leicester away and Everton at home. And I think Pedro Porro is definitely a good option for those 2. So maybe not the long term, but and it's never safe to book in transfers. But I think his fixtures do well when you look at them on the best fixture side there, right below me. You look at Aston Villa and you look at Tottenham. You can definitely have them for the first few fixtures and then bring in a Aston Villa defender there for the rest. So it's an option. Think about it. I like it very much, and he's highly owned as well. So if you want to keep up with the crowd, he's definitely someone to go with. Cool. Gabriel Mangales, very good defensive asset for Arsenal, going at 6.0. And you can see there with the box at the top there, that's his aerial defensive threat. So if you're looking for somebody who's going to be more of a goal opportunist in the defense of Arsenal, Gabriel's the man. Gabriel's the man. I think Calafiori, having seen him play now and being an Arsenal man, and I'm also a very tactical person, and seeing how he was used in that previous game against Lyon, he's on the left. He's a left back. He's 100% going to be a left back. That's where Arteta envisions him moving up and down the flanks and in the actual midfield. Not to say that he'll never be used as a central left defensive player. He can be used as central defensive left player. He can be, definitely, because Arteta likes being versatile with his players. So, but in my opinion, he's number one a left back, and I think that makes Gabriel a lot more solid pick now that we've seen how Calafiori will be used going forward. I think sticking with Arsenal there, Saliba is definitely a pick that we cannot ignore. So, people are in that conundrum. Who do I go with? And like I said, if you're looking for a more a goal opportunist person, then I'd say go with Gabriel. Saliba is 100% a solidified pick when it comes to the Arsenal defense. So if you just want to get into that Arsenal defense, then I think go with Saliba, and you don't want to worry about any transfers down the line. I think go with Saliba. He can do some also very good key passes. He does make it into the box as well for some heading opportunities. As you can see there, his touch map there in the goal box is like blue, but he did score a goal as well. Funny enough, him and Gabriel's goals in the same match against Lyon, both headers as well from a corner, taken by Declan Rice, by the way. So wow. So yeah, that's what I think about Saliba. He's definitely an option. Now, if you're looking for a more aerial threat, Van Dijk is also another one. I think if you want to go for two 6.0 solidified guys who are going to be goal opportunists, then you're looking at that Gabriel and Van Dijk situation. He is back. He's played in the previous game, maybe of course into that starting lineup type of a team against Seville. He played really well as well. So yeah, he's a solid pick. I think if you're looking for somebody within that actual Liverpool defense that you want to tap into and be 100% sure, of course, Alisson Becker, then straight after him, there's Van Dijk. So yeah, he's also good for some key passes and stuff. And I think you've noticed that a lot of the cheaper options were more wing backs. And now we're getting into more expensive options, which is the 6.0s and the more central defensive players. So if you are looking again for a more attacking person, Van Dijk is better. Right. I don't think this guy is talked about enough. This is the highest scoring defender. The highest scoring defender. Yet we're all talking about the rest of the guys that I've just been speaking about, and of course others I'm going to speak about. No. 6.5, 0.5 cheaper than Trent. And he's in the best defensive team. So he's cheaper than Trent, and he's in the best defensive team. This is actually making me think, now that I'm mentioning that, guys, why are we only just looking at Trent? Fine, let's say it. Cool. He got some crosses. He taken some set pieces. He ain't taking free kicks, right? Ben White ain't really doing that. But what Ben White can do, he can give you a white, nice, clean sheet. That's what he can do. And I think in this season with the bonus point system being changed, I think that's really important. I myself saw it at the end of the last season when I saw that there's a clean sheet dilemma. Honestly, I think that Arsenal was the way to go, just to be sure of getting clean sheets, because this is the Premier League. Goals are coming in galore, So I think if you've got that extra 0.5 you want to spend and not worry if you want to go down from a Trent and you see his fixtures are not looking good, Ben White, and he had a very good run where he scored like 2 goals in one game, bro. Yes, man. And I had him that time, so I was really good. I was really, really feeling good. So yeah, I think Ben White's definitely an option, guys. We shouldn't be overlooking. We have to, he does get into the box, hit those low crosses, and he's also there right next to the goalkeeper when it comes to crosses as well, for corners. So he could pick up any balls that drop loose and also score from that. But yeah, man, that's just my opinion. I think if you're not looking to spend that entire 7.0, then Ben White is the man to go for. Yeah, Trent. I think it goes without saying. Trent. He's a good, probably the best option on his slots fullbacks. In his previous team was they had really big roles going up and down in those flanks, and I think him having Trent is like having candy, bro. So I think he's definitely going to use them in that form. I've seen him play in that preseason match as well, which is what he was doing. He also got an assist. So yeah, Trent definitely is somebody. He's going to be hitting those through balls, chance creation. As you can look at the spider diagram there, is really huge. So I think that if you've got the extra money, you can spend it. But you've heard that you've seen before that I've also mentioned the cheap options for the actual Liverpool defense as well. So yeah, now that said, let us take a look at who my locked defenders are. There it is over there. You can see it. My defensive picks. Let me just see. Yeah, cool. But there's something missing here. Okay, there's one more missing there. Yeah, so in my previous video, I revealed my 2 goalkeepers, and Vardio and Pedro. I think goes without saying that those 2 are definitely my locked picks for my defensive picks. And yeah, I think I don't even really need to touch on it. I didn't go with Vardio in that top 10 picks there. I think because it's just obvious. I wanted to speak about more different people. But Vardio is a highly owned player. He's got a very good second fixture there. You can see with Ipswich. So I think just to cover the Man City defense and also making sure that you get somebody who's also very attacking, Vardio's there. So yeah, I'm really looking to sort of go with the crowd there for now, as well as with Pedro Porro. So that's what my defensive pick is. My other locked pick is Barco 4.0. I think he's a great enabler, and yeah, he's definitely somebody that I think we should all have. So we can start considering who else we're going to use. I am considering. Oh, there's my son. I am considering who are going to be my other 2 defenders. I'm looking at an Arsenal pick, and I'm also looking at a Liverpool pick, but I'm still trying to decide who those picks are going to be. Yeah, until then, I do have players that I like to be there, but you're going to have to wait until my final team reveal. Right. That is it for me, guys. Thank you so much. Please make sure you hit that like button. And if you've really loved it, please subscribe on the road to 100. And if you want to check out who is the best goalkeeper fixture rotation, then check out this video over here. But other than that, I will be releasing my midfield and my forwards in the coming days. So guys, I'll see you then. Peace.